All right, guys. Got everything taped up that I want taped up, plugged up, whatnot. I've kind of roughed up a little bit, tried to get most of the grease crap. There's a few spots I'm still going to hit. I just noticed I got to tape up this back drive line here, and just basically the inside of that. But other than that, it's ready to get painted. So got the radiator all taped in, cleaned up. So kind of what the plan is here. I'm going to take the primer everything, and then go back black. There's a few things, like I said, that I'm going to do different color. So we'll get to that here in a minute. But right now, just kind of wanted to show everything's taped up. Got a couple little spots I've noticed that I still got to do, and then we'll be ready to prime everything. So we'll cut back when it's primed. All right, guys. Due to it being really cold outside, I'm not cleaning this like I typically would. Basically, I'm spraying it down with some cheap degreaser, and going it overall with a cloth or a rag. Trying to get it all cleaned off the best I can. Once I'm done with that, sorry guys, got the air nozzle going there. Once I'm done with that, I've got some of these bristle pads that, or Scotch-Brite, whatever you want to call them, pads. So I'm going to take these and trim a couple of them up and use that down in here on the engine block itself. Try to get everything cleaned up and ready to go. Once I get everything cleaned and ready, I'm going to start taping off everything. I'm trying to figure out how exactly I want to do this underside of this bike. Originally, my original plan was to try to primer everything. See the primer. This is a paint that I've used on about everything. Sorry, masking tape. So it's pretty much what I've used on about every bike, motor, frame. Some frames I've done some different stuff with, but for the most part on all the engines, I've done with a Duplicolors engine enamel primer. I've had really good luck. Goes on really simple. You can't screw it up for the most part. And then this is what we're gonna do the engine. Basically all of the motor, well, everything on the bike will be blacked out, drive line, basically everything. So then what I'm going to go back in, once that's said and done, pull all my tape off. This is the color we've chosen. It's burnt copper. So it's the color he wanted to do kind of the accents and stuff on the bike. So basically some of these side covers, probably not going to put a lot of this on the bike. Thinking like those motor mounts here, doing those, doing maybe just the center of the Honda, maybe the horn, and I'm probably going to do the outside portion, I believe. I don't think I'm going to do the whole wheel, but I think I'm just going to do this outer ring here. Maybe just this actually outer ring, probably tape it off here. Not sure how I'm going to do these yet, but we'll worry about that. I just don't know what they'll look like if I do the whole wheel this color. I'm thinking about just trying to tape this off and do the outer ring and then do the inner portion black. So yeah, that'll be, yeah, I'll kind of figure that out as I go, but really liking these tires. Still got to get the front one swapped out here, and then also I'll be painting these necks as well. They'll be this copper color, and then as far as the tank and everything, I'll be using some different paint for that. I may have to use some of this copper color to do some of the stuff on those tanks, just so everything looks right. I hate when you go and you get another color and it's not quite the same. It just looks funny. So I may end up using that on some of that. I'm not 100% sure if I'm going to use it on any of the front forks. I thought about doing the doing like the top portion of the forks. That color as well, just this top piece in here, maybe, and taping off and lower part being black or something, or hell, maybe I'll even paint the triple tree that color. So definitely needs a bearing. You can definitely feel it's stiff as crap. So yeah, we'll see. But it's kind of all up in the air right now until we start getting these pieces kind of finalized. Like I said, I want a little bit of it on, but I don't want to be, you know, to have a whole bunch of that color on the bike. So and I want to work with some different blacks. So I want the majority of it matte. I mean that black semi-gloss, and then I would like to matte black some of the different things on it too. Originally I thought about taping this stuff off matte black with the stuff in front of it. So, but we'll find out. Like I said, I'm gonna try to get everything cleaned up right now, wiped all down, and go from there. So I'll be back in a minute when I start painting. All right, guys. The bike is primer gray. So this is just one coat, or one can, basically one coat over the whole thing. And I'm gonna let this dry. I'm gonna kind of spin the bike around, go over, hit any spots that I might have missed or didn't get covered real good, or any like areas in the paint where it doesn't look real great. Try to sand those out just a little bit. But yeah, it doesn't look too bad. There's some spots I got to get a little more. Like I said, this is just the first coat. But yeah, it's gray. So we'll let this dry, hit it with another coat of gray, probably let it set for the night, and then tomorrow get started on the black. So I'm probably going to go ahead and end this video here, and start back tomorrow with everything ready to put the black on. So but yeah, this is kind of the process. If anybody's trying to do this at home, again, prep's probably the biggest thing. Trying to get everything clean the best you can. Ideally, normally I pull the motor out, but I really don't. I really didn't want to pull this one. So, but it looks good. It's turning out decent. Once I hit it all with black, I mean, a lot of the stuff that I painted, like your wire and your tape and crap, you're never gonna know it's painted. It's gonna be black, so it ain't gonna matter. And a lot of it, you know, 70% of what I'm painting, you're not gonna see. It's gonna be covered by the tank, covered up by the carburetors, and all the other crap that goes on the bike. So, all right, guys. So I've got it all blacked out. I got to go around it one more time after this dries, and kind of hit some spots on it where I've got some issues. But you can kind of see right in there it's starting to dry. I didn't worry about getting all that smoothed out. That stuff was pretty rough there on top of the tank. You're not going to see it, seats over it, so not that concerned with it. But it's kind of the idea of the finish that it's going to have. Side covers aren't dry yet, but gives you an idea. I think kind of the end plan will be to have that bronze across the stripe here in the center, and some of this other stuff I'll probably put that, or copper, whatever color it is, on a few of these pieces. I'm pretty sure Triple Tree is going to end up that color. The radiator cover guard up front is going to end up that color. Some parts of the wheels, maybe some of the forks, if not all the forks, and then car boots, the little chrome pieces. And again, I'm going to do something here on the side where that Honda emblem is. But yeah, I kind of wanted to show this. I'll probably add on to the end of this video as I start stripping stuff off and let this dry. I'm gonna let it dry overnight. I really want to get the black on it so it can sit out here in the garage with the heat on it through the night. So tomorrow, hopefully I can hit any spots I've missed, really get some light on it, and then start masking off for all the other stuff. But yeah, doesn't look too bad. So anyway, I'll cut back here in a little, or actually it won't be today. I'll cut back tomorrow and add on to this. All right, guys, back in the garage today, working on the GL 1000 tracker, or Cafe, whatever you want to call it. It's turning it into more of like a tracker type build, Brat style, whatever you want to call it. But basically what I'm going to do today, first thing this morning, I'm going to go over and hit any of the spots that I missed. I don't know how well you guys can see right in there. There's some places I've got to touch up. A couple spots there on the side cover. I need to spray like up that direction. Get some of that stuff covered up, and just kind of go over it all. There's, like I said, there's just some spots. The underside, under here, I've got to hit some. Just kind of go all the way around it, make sure I got everything coated. And then as that dries, basically at that point, I'm going to come back in and remove or tape up the stuff that I want to have this copper color over here. So this is going to be probably like the calipers, ring around the wheels. I'm going to put a band through here. It's going to have that color on it. Thinking about doing these little side pieces right here, these engine mounts, and just some of that type of stuff. The radiator cover, things like that. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead, get started, and go over everything and just make sure everything's coated well, let it dry, and then get started on the burnt copper color. So once I get that done, I'm gonna try to get the wheels also painted today. That's kind of the same plan. I'm gonna black out the center here of the wheel, basically everything in the middle, and just paint this outer ring, that orange color. So try to get that done, get the front tire swapped over, and get the new tire on that, and possibly even maybe try to start on the front forks. I do need to get the triple tree pull out here cleaned up. I'm going to paint that. It's going to be this color as well. So it's kind of the plan for today. We'll see how far I get. Probably not going to set the camera up while I paint. I don't really, you get a lot of overspray and stuff, so just a lot easier to do the before and after type stuff. So anyway, I'll cut back here in just a little bit.